Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name is Anton, and in today's video, we are going to be discussing some themes I would like to see in Super Mario Maker 2. Now, there is a direct that has just been announced, and I'm super excited to see if these themes get in, but I really doubt some of these might, so it's just fun to speculate and see exactly what things are right, and if so, how could things potentially work as a concept. So that's what we're going to be taking a look in today's video. Before we get started though, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell to see future videos on the channel. Anyways, let's get started. It's a shame that there hasn't been a Game Boy theme yet for Super Mario Maker. Now, I think Super Mario Land 1 is probably very likely for Super Mario Maker since its art style is very rememberable, and also it looks really strong as an art style. I think it is pretty interesting, and I really hope they do put this in. Sometimes these sprites can be a little, like, in terms of a grid, it might be a little strange to fit in Super Mario Maker's grid, but I think they can easily make it work. It's not difficult. They'll be able to put different, because we can see in the Mario Maker trailer that is different kind of, like, you have underwater, you have snow, so hopefully they can put the other kingdoms from Super Mario Land in this game, so that would be really cool. Obviously, they'd have to change some of the enemies and stuff. That's not difficult. They've implemented the other art styles very well. This would just be easy. The only thing I think would be kind of weird is that some of the sprites might look a little too pixely because of how upscaled it will be. So, but I don't think that would be much of a problem. I think it will look just fine. So I hope to see Super Mario Maker introduced a Game Boy theme, and maybe it'll be kind of green or just black and white. It kind of depends on what they're going to do. It'd be cool if you can enable different colors. That would be really neat, but I doubt that's gonna happen. I think just black and white they're gonna stay with. They can introduce a lot of other new things from other Mario games as well, because we haven't really seen a lot of the other blocks be used in the other art style, so it'd be interesting, but I think Super Mario Land is a really good choice for Super Mario Maker, and I hope to see it get announced. Now, as much as Super Mario Land would look nice, I do think Super Mario Land 2 would look even better, and the reason for that is that the sprites are a little bit more detailed, so they're able to make a lot more different objects and different things, so it would be much easier on a development kind of idea. So I really do hope that they add this one more than the original Super Mario Land. But I would think that they'd add the original Super Mario Land before they do the sequel, because I find it would be maybe a little weird since the original Super Mario Land is a lot well known as a game. So this would be easy. They'd be able to have the bunny kind of suit as well, integrated with the art style. I think it would just be black and white, just how you're seeing it on the screen right now. It would look like that, nothing too complicated. And it also might look better as the original game was very dense, as they had to fit the big sprites in the very low resolution screen. So that's why I do hope to see it, but I think that the original Super Mario Land will come before the sequel. Next, we're going to talk about Super Mario Bros. 2. Now, this is an art style that people have been talking ever since the beginning of Super Mario Maker, and the reason why it's not in is because of just the very different gameplay that Super Mario Bros. 2 has. It's not very similar. Even when the game came out, it was very different from the original Super Mario Bros. That was because of the game being actually a Japanese game that was reworked and had retextures and different sprites. So that's what happened with Super Mario Bros. 2. So that's why it might not look similar to the other Mario games. So that's probably the most reason why, because there's no lucky blocks here. It's very different. Now, there was a couple ideas of how it could work by making the turn-ups actually be the blocks. So you put them in the ground. That could work very well. I don't know how that how they'd have to change some other stuff as well, because I feel like with some additions of new stuff, it may not feel right, but even if they just make a lucky block that fits the art style, that would be pretty cool too. And then the turnips are just kind of on the ground, that spawn naturally, just like, you know, when you place a ground tile and decoration automatically comes up. So Super Mario Bros. 2 is an easy art style, I think, to put in, and I think it's a lot easier than people think. They don't need to have, like, because if you crouch down in the game, then you'll be able to jump higher. I don't think they need that. Obviously, when having the other characters, because we've seen from the promotional art that Toadette and Toad are in the game. So, maybe it's possible that you can have those characters in Super Mario Bros. 2 also. It'd be really neat that way. But I think Super Mario Bros. 2 is a really good art style. It's very strong, and even if they just bring over the art style and don't keep the gameplay elements, it would still be pretty cool. So I don't think it's as hard as people think to implement. And finally, I have a couple interesting ideas. For example, I think the Super Mario All-Stars theme would look really cool in Mario Maker. I'm surprised they haven't done that, even with Super Mario Bros. 3 and the original Super Mario Bros. Those would work well, and if they're going to put Super Mario Bros. 2, they might as well put that in as well. Another idea I had was Super Paper Mario. That could be an interesting, it has all the elements, that could be quite easy to put in too. It's not as difficult as you might think. They can even add some other Paper Mario ideas and elements from other games too. That'd be pretty neat. But they can even make him look a bit more papery. I think Super Paper Mario is a fantastic game in my opinion. I know it's a little controversial, but I think it's a fantastic art style. I think it's really unique. And since it plays more like a platformer, that's why I think it will work the best. Now, I understand people would like more 3D game styles as well, but I don't think those fit in Super Mario Maker as much. I know we have 3D World. That game plays similar to a 2D game, which is why I don't think they're going to do anything like Sunshine or 64. Those games are a little differently designed for a 3D kind of space. I don't think we're going to see a Super Mario Odyssey theme either. I mean, it'd be kind of cool if they did, like, custom art styles, but not like an actual theme for those games. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. It's a bit different from the videos I usually do, so if you did like it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.